Good tidings, fellow friends of the world, it's Zeklo, and welcome to a little ramble news thing where I'm going to be talking about Wortox. So he got an announcement thread, which will be linked in the description down below, in case you haven't seen it. But right off the bat, you know, his design is more or less the same, but there's a lot more fur on their body, which I think is actually really cool. I like it, they're kind of cute. Which I think goes very well with the fact that apparently, according to Post, he's going to be fun, mischievous, and have a big heart. So, that's going to be interesting. It's going to be a very big contrast. I think it's kind of funny. I'm very curious. Other than that, there's a lot of other stuff. Perks. He's going to catch souls of creatures that die around him. Not specifically ones that he kills, but ones that simply die around him. And these souls can be used to give him food, I guess, because food isn't as sustaining for him, so that'll be interesting. He can teleport, which I'm wondering how broken that's going to be. It's a short distance teleport, but I'm like, you know, there's like those little gaps where it's like, oh, if I could just like jump him. Like, I was talking about this in the Hamlet, right? So I'm wondering how good that'll be. But yeah, no, I totally mentioned that in Hamlet. I was like, man, I really wish there was a character who could just like cross these little gaps. And so it might be possible. And then I think the most interesting one is that he can release these souls to heal allies. This seems like it could be very broken, but I love the idea of a healer, and I'm really wondering how well they're gonna be able to pull this off. Again, the downside is that food, you know, conventional food is just not as good. And he can actually be overloaded with souls. Not really sure exactly what that means. Maybe if he collects too much and doesn't use them, then it's bad. Because using souls comes at the loss of sanity, so there's some downsides there, so it's like, hard to say. And he's less afraid of monsters, which makes sense, I guess. And to be honest, he's really cheap. 2,700 spools. You know, I've been sitting on, like, 35,000 or something like that for a while now. But the point is, you know, if you want to support the devs for the future content, buy it. If you can. I understand not everyone can. And you get a cool skin. You get the Survivor skin with the basic one, but if you get the advanced one, you get the Survivor, Minotaur, which sounds kind of cool, and Uncorrupted. And I think Uncorrupted is the most interesting there, because that basically says at one point he wasn't like this. And so I'm wondering, like, okay, was he like a cute fluffy goat? Or was he just like a human at one point? I'm wondering what exactly happened. And another chunk of information that's kind of interesting is the fact that he's going to have an animatic, which is awesome, because I was wondering if the new characters would. But Wes is apparently in it, because that was the teaser they gave for it. So I'm really wondering how that plays in. Like, I don't know, like, it'd be weird if he was just like an Easter egg. It doesn't seem like he's like an Easter egg in the teaser, because he's like front row and center. He's just right there, sitting by a tree, so, I don't know. That's interesting. So, he sounds really fun to play. Could be very interesting. And yeah, hype.